They say that real life only begins where your comfort zone ends. I set out on a journey to discover new places, and in the end, the journey led me back to myself. I am leaving behind the coziness, the comfort, the security of home. I am setting off in search of the new experiences this journey will bring me. The hustle and bustle of the cities fades away. The landscape slowly changes. Roads give way to motorways, and old certainties vanish somewhere in the rearview mirrors. The deeper I go, the more I realize that this expedition isn't just about reaching a place on the map. Little by little, I'm delving into myself, my thoughts, and my feelings. The real aim is to discover what remains once the journey has stripped away all the build-up, the grime and the stress. All that remains is pure will, my motorbike, and the sky, which I long to touch.
No, keďže dneska bol asi 35-36 stupňov priemerne, toto sa dalo očakávať. Zliezla burka a prší, pohoda, ochladilo sa, vonku je fajn, super.
I get up at dawn and leave the campsite. I enjoy the empty roads of the Italian section of the Trans-Euro Trail. Riding alongside the azure blue river, I slowly begin to climb into the mountains, higher and higher. I'm starting to feel the endorphins kick in. These sweeping bends with their stunning views are every motorcyclist's dream come true. I'm riding into a picturesque little mountain town. My old friend Abiel is waiting for me in the square. The last time we met in person was on the TET route in Slovenia, where he helped me out when my motorbike got stuck in the mud. You know that feeling, that bond between fellow motorcyclists. We've agreed to share a stretch of the journey together again after all these years. His experience of riding in this environment will only help me on my way to my ultimate destination. We are setting off together again. It's a wonderful feeling when, in this day and age, someone confirms that friendship knows no bounds of time or distance. The Trans-Euro Trail takes us once again through cozy mountain towns, and there's always something new to admire. The deserted forest track smells of grass and pine needles after the rain. It leads us tirelessly ever higher into the mountains. And of course there has to be some photographic evidence, otherwise nobody would believe us. No photo, no proof you were there.
Take a picture. Sure.
The alpine massifs are beginning to tower above us. They're starting to inspire a sense of awe in me, but also a longing for adventure. The mountain roads offer magnificent views as a reward. My traveling companion helps me find the rhythm and sense of calm I need on my journey. We round off the day at the campsite over a good dinner and a few drinks with a long, lively chat. Shared thoughts, ideas, perspectives on the realities of life, and mutual respect further strengthen our friendship and respect. In the morning, we set off for the mountains. The gravel road leads us upward toward the sky once again. The road winds beneath our wheels, opening up views of the valley. The abandoned military base had become a refuge for its new inhabitants. Our day was brightened by an encounter with horses grazing freely. The curiosity and friendliness of these beautiful animals brought smiles to both of our faces.
And this is why we ride. Good.
This is like Jaffro.
Uh-huh.
This off-road is permitted because this is actually it's not off-road, it's a road.
Yeah.
It's a military road.
And the Jaffero is the same?
Jaffro is the same because at the top of the Jaffro you have
Mhm.
the military fortification.
I know. I want to go there to see, but this is similar like this one, yeah?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
And the road condition, like this gravel road,
Jaffro, yes, like this.
like this one.
Also better than this. More smoother. But it's like it's better panorama.
It doesn't matter, this one.
These are let's say hills.
Yeah.
There is like big mountains.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Abiel gives me valuable information about the places I'll be visiting, and along the way he manages to share the history and stories of the areas we're passing through. After a quick lunch at a small mountain restaurant, we slowly make our way down, and our journey together is gradually coming to an end. A final hug, a handshake, and the promise of another adventure leave us with a pleasant feeling and a sense of joy. After a day in the sweltering heat, tired but happy, I end up in Riva del Garda, a beautiful little town on Lake Garda, full of flowers, colors, and scents. The same can't be said about me, though. A good shower after a tough day is an absolute must. In the morning, I enjoy the peaceful atmosphere and the beauty of the road along Lake Garda as I head northwest toward the Piedmont region. Passing through Turin, I make my way toward the mountain passes of the Cottian Alps. From a distance, as you travel along the road, you can see a massive, imposing fortress rising toward the sky on a rocky hill. It is not just an ordinary little church, but the Sacra di San Michele, Abbey of St. Michael the Archangel. It lies on the so-called Sacred Line of St. Michael, the Sword of St. Michael, a straight line connecting 7 significant monasteries dedicated to the Archangel Michael across Europe. From Ireland through Mont Saint-Michel in France, Sacra in Italy, all the way to Israel. The famous novel and film, The Name of the Rose, was inspired by this very monastery. When director Jean-Jacques Hano was searching for locations for the film, Sacra di San Michele was his first choice. In the end, the film was shot on a set near Rome because the actual Sacra was logistically inaccessible to the filmmakers and far too dangerous for production. But the visuals and atmosphere of the novel draw directly from this place. Judge for yourself its majesty and the energy you can feel here. This place was simply too compelling to pass up without a visit. A small prayer that everything turns out well can't hurt.
Som 49 km od kempu, Gran Bosco, odkiaľ zajtra vyrážam na kol Sommeiller. Hlavný cieľ tejto malej výpravy.
Routine maintenance and my evening ritual before the final leg of the journey. I'm enjoying the peace and tranquility of the mountains around me. Tomorrow, we'll face the ultimate test. I set out again at dawn, when the silence holds promises of courage and perseverance, peace, tranquility, and humility. The old military trails Abiel told me about lead us steeply upward. My fear of heights is really putting me to the test. My first destination is Monte Giaffaro, so let's climb. The winding Rocky Mountain Road passes through the legendary Gallery dei Saraceni tunnel. According to legend, in the 10th century, the caves of this very mountain were used as a hideout by feared Muslim raiders, Saracens, who ravaged the entire Val di Susa valley and ambushed merchants on the alpine routes. History, however, tells us that soldiers began excavating the tunnel in 1920, completed in 1925, for one reason alone. The French had artillery deployed on the opposite ridges. The original supply route to Forte Giaffaro was wide open to them. The Italian army therefore literally bored through the Monte Seguret Massif to create an invisible tunnel for convoys, where the French guns could not hit them.
Hej!
After nearly a kilometer, I emerge from the cold, damp tunnel back into the dawning day. The rising sun begins to spread across the hillsides, and I climb higher and higher. But the mountains have other plans for me. I think life only gives us the lessons we need to stay on the right path. Quite simply, my ego took a beating. At that moment, my instinct for self-preservation took over, followed by reason. After assessing the situation, I tucked my tail between my legs and ordered a retreat. It wasn't that the mountain had won, rather, I'd learned my lesson. Disappointment? I'll admit it, yes, disappointment. But there's no point in taking risks, especially when I'm alone, and mistakes are severely punished in places like this.
Takže toto vzdávam. Je to moc nebezpečné. Jednak po šmyknutí letím tam dolu. To nestojí za to. Takže túto časť vynechám. Ale tie výlety stojí za to.
I'm heading back, and on the way I'll take a detour to the abandoned military base at Forte Pramante. This road isn't exactly the easiest with a fully loaded motorcycle either, but I'm climbing carefully and with respect. And my ego could use a little boost. I ride carefully, I don't rush anywhere, and my Africa reliably takes me to the top. The limit isn't the motorcycle, it's the rider. At an elevation of 2162 meters above sea level lies Forte Pramante, a massive artillery fortress built in the late 19th century to protect Italy's borders. Its defining feature was a quartet of massive rotating turrets set directly into the monolithic rock of the mountain and protected by a thick layer of concrete and steel. However, this rugged engineering structure played a completely different role on the front lines. During World War I, the Italians disarmed it and transported its guns to the northeastern front against Austria-Hungary. Today, all that remains of the weapons are dark stone shafts and a silence that serves as a reminder of the former might of this alpine fortress.
Aj zlezem.
I'm entering the Bardonecchia Valley, where the paved road ends for good and one of the most iconic climbs in the entire Alps begins. Ahead of me lies a wild, dusty ravine leading to the legendary Col Sommeiller pass. In this wilderness of clay, rocks and freezing air, every kilometer of the climb is an uncompromising test of both rider and machine. Welcome to the road that leads all the way to the very roof of Europe, at an altitude of 3,009 meters. Let's ride with us there. The beautiful green valleys gradually lose their vitality as I climb higher, and rock, snow and hard work begin to take over. I stopped counting the hairpin turns long ago. I focus on the ride. My fear of heights has been overcome by the adrenaline and the epic views of this lunar landscape. I am alone with myself and with my Africa. It carries me higher and higher, uncompromisingly, without hesitation, and reliably. all the way up there to the final bend before the finish line. Col Sommeiller, the highest pass in Europe. Me, my Africa, and a few other adventurers who took the plunge.
Takže Col Sommeiller, najvyššie položená prejazdná cesta. Prečo sa to podarilo? 3009 metrov nad morom. Kotské Alpy.
We descend into the valley and take in the beauty all around us. We descend with a lightness in our souls and peace in our hearts. I didn't conquer the mountain. It doesn't care one bit. It will still be here in thousands of years. I learned the lesson I needed to learn. Amid thunderous applause from the surrounding flies, I expressed my gratitude for this lesson. I take one last look, and deep down, I hope it won't be the last, and set off on my journey back home. But I'm already looking forward to my next adventure.
Fucking hell. That's brave with so much luggage.
So, danke.
Alles gut. Shit.
Scheiße!
Ja.